Good morning. First things first, thank you for having me here in this. This is my first time in Kaunas, and thank you for having me in this beautiful, beautiful city with such a specific sense of place. My name is Jānis Čīnasts. I'm a professional urban planner and designer, and here I am representing the urban cultural planning project partner from Riga case Festivus Comet. My presentation will be as short as possible. Nevertheless, it is almost impossible task to present a pretty big festival in a big place with the big challenges in 10 minutes, but I will do my best. Hence, the three dimensions of my presentations will cover these aspects. What is Festival Comet? And Festival Comet, first of all, is a festival. It's a festival of music, of art, culture, and actually, almost above all else, specific kind of education, futuring education. Education that can be communicated through and within a festival as a new kind of almost urban planning and design case. Second thing is that Festivus Comet is taking place in the largest architecture cultural heritage site in Latvia, Daugavgrības Fortress. It's a big space. Second, it's taking place in two very distinctive, almost isolated and very, very challenging neighborhoods in Latvia, in Riga. And the third aspect I will be talking about, what is the future or futuring potentiality of a festival itself to be some sort of change maker. A festival that can transform a space into the place, putting it simple. So, actually the question, how many of you know or are informed about such an event called the Burning Man? Okay, according to some people who are involved in making Burning Man happening, they are saying that Comet is better than Burning Man. It is the way as Burning Man should have been. And as we know, Burning Man started as an urban planning experiment, actually, and then turned into this very, very startup guy, rich folks, kind of weird festival in desert. So this is Riga, as we know where it is. There lies the rest of the Europe. And here is the star fortress of Daugavgrības Fortress, where Festival Comet is taking place. And as you can see, it's a pretty kind of distance from the center. It is far away from the center. One can say that actually it's happening not in Riga anymore, because these two neighborhoods are almost isolated islands. They have their own distinct special identity, and we've done pretty amazing mapping analysis of those neighborhoods as well. This is the star-shaped fortress. Pretty common defensive structure built all across the Europe starting from 16th century. At the moment, of course, out of the function because 100 years ago we invented airplanes. Hence, those fortresses lost the functionality. Here lies the city center of Riga, and we are in big hopes that the next year there will be ferry connection from those neighborhoods to the city center of Riga. At the moment, it's only one very, very bad road, and that's it. Therefore, once again, these are very, very isolated neighborhoods. Me, myself, I'm urban planner. I've worked in Riga for 8 years, lived as well. The first time I've been there was 2016 when the first Festival Comet took place. Shame on me, shame on many people in Riga that we actually don't know this is a kind of non-place for many of Riga citizens. It doesn't kind of actually exist at some scale. Therefore, the Festival Comet is very important that first of all it's taking place there, and second, it is paying attention to the biggest, largest cultural heritage architectural site in Latvia. And these are the two neighborhoods. I don't have time actually to go in details about those neighborhoods, but Russian-Latvian relationships, minority issues, socio-economical challenges, and stuff like that, you know the case. This is the fortress itself. 20 hectares big, built around 400 years ago, designed for 10,000 people. We are talking about the city within a city, actually. And this is a screenshot from Festivus Comet site, and if you are looking forward to visit the Festival Comet, and I think you should visit, please start with reading the manifesto, which is in the homepage of Festivus Comet. From my perspective, it is one of the best pieces written in the contemporary English at the moment. I guarantee you, read the manifesto, it will blow your mind. So yeah, here's the place. As I said, you built 400 years ago, approximately 20 hectares big, designed to accommodate 10,000 people. Lost its functionality around 100 years ago, but during the Soviet occupation, it was a kind of place where Soviets kept their military equipment as well. The contemporary context of the area, in a larger context within the neighborhoods and as well within the urban cultural project itself, is, as I said, the issue of proximity. Those neighborhoods where the fortress is, they are far away from center, as well as the identity issues, as well as what are we as organizers of Comet. Are we colonizers there? Because we come from the center, always, you know, the edge-center relationality. When the edge becomes the center. This is a huge, huge issue at the moment. How can we convince the local community that we are not colonizers? We are here not even to help, we are here actually to make this place better, and that's it. Honestly, we're not implying anything, we are not imposing anything. We are just here that we value this place, and we want to make it better for all of us. Of course, environmental conditions, the neighborhoods are pretty polluted. The port is nearby, and as you know what ports do, they are just interested in only the businesses. Therefore, there are kind of not a conflict, but a tension in between local community and the port itself. So all the issues is about the tension. Those and another, otherness, the issue of otherness as well. And of course, the question of identity and local community. Do the local community actually need that fortress? Maybe it's a kind of only dream for us as a creative that we see the value of the fortress itself. Therefore, we are actually imposing some sort of other dream for them. These are all issues we are going through within this project as well, but I need to put it forward. As next year Comet will happen for the 5th time, but only this year we became the partners of the project. Therefore, the Comet, the whole event of Comet, how Comet is being organized, is growing at the moment. We are going over the edges of the fortress. We are going into the communities. We are going into the neighborhoods. And what we did in June, we did a massive mapping. Hence, we analyzed all the tension points, how the local micro landscapes are emerging actually when you go into it. Therefore, there are not only 2 neighborhoods. First of all, this all is a small town with sub-towns and small neighborhoods, and it's very, very complex geography, and the historical context is very, very value, that of course as well full of issues. We've done several workshops with local community with ideas what to do in the fortress, starting from museum. My personal opinion is that if the Latvia will put the hands on the work and actually will be capable of building a new concert hall, the National Concert Hall, I believe that it should be there, and not as a building, but built as a small town, as a campus of music. That's my personal dream. As well, yeah, the homage to the workshopping, post-it notes will save the future. We've done massive sketching as well. Actually, we've tried all the possible ways. How can we go into the communities? How can we go into the neighborhood? These are my sketches. How can we understand the landscape itself? How can we get all the content, all the data that it's impossible to get by just kind of simple quantitative analysis? And of course, we attended the conference in Kiel as well, where I presented the case of Comet, and we actually, I think that the workshop was pretty nice. I believe there was great input from the attendees, and we gathered lots of ideas, starting from the fact that maybe there should be a small micro festival taking place every month outside the fortress itself, just to generate some sort of, not even tension, but the happening in the communities, that they understand, okay, Comet is not something that happens only for 3 days in a year. Comet is something that happens every month. Therefore, Comet is not a physical space. Comet is an event. Comet is some sort of powerful, even the kind of soulful process that's taking place there, or even making place there would be better. And some words about Festival Comet. Festival Comet is informed by different set of quality criteria, different set of principles. Festivals Comet is not about just making a huge party. Festivals Comet as a comet, that flying spatial, actually it's literally spatial object with a tail, about making change, about landing in that place and making something completely different to happen. And through that process, the idea of Festival Comet is to communicate not the end is near, but this is how we should behave. Actually, Festivus Comet is experimenting with some sort of utopian model of society for 3 days, and we invite people take place in this event and see what happens. Maybe you like it. If you like it, maybe then you can bring something from the Comet back to your daily life. And this is the place itself. As I said, it's in ruins, of course, but the layers of historical strata is huge. Therefore, I believe in the future there are a lot of work to do, and as it's a cultural heritage site, the great care must be made and taken as well while implementing such an alternative festival. But it's beautiful. It's completely different kind of atmosphere there. You don't feel as you be in city. You feel that you are something else. You are somewhere else, and you are something else while being somewhere else. Second principle of Comet is that Comet is Cometians, of course. It's almost a tribe, a different kind of mindset community. Comet is trying to tidy up the area as well. It's not only about coming to the area once per year, but actually to make it as a process how we can make a festival together with the local community. And if you help us within these events, the entrance is free for you. Also, the kind of marketing side that we need, we understand that we need to communicate not only these very, very airy and ethereal ideas, we need to communicate why you should come here, and if you come and help us, you get a free ticket to the festival. Fair enough? Some more pictures. How it looks, and it looks amazing, of course. It has a different kind of taste and then sense. I wouldn't say it's not Positivus at all. It's completely anti-Positivus, if you know what Positivus is. You won't be seeing any advertisements there. None. No LG fridges for discount and stuff like that. And we believe that together we create Comet a place to become something more than a festival. Ritual of freedom, of traveling the earth and dreaming of a new world. And of course, above all else, it's not only educational event, it's a huge party. Thank you for having me here. This is all I can say in almost, I think, less, oh no, it was already. Thank you. If you have questions, feel free to come to me and I will do my best to answer those questions. Thank you very much.